Hello everyone. Today what we're going to be working on in this video are the sections that you will be creating in your book journal. Now, before we get started, one thing you should know is that you should have already have created your own personal Padlet for this project, and you're going to have to make a plan. Now, we're going to make a plan together. So, in your book journal, you're going to have 30 sections. Each section is made out of 4 pages. 4 pages equals 1 section. And we'll get back to this later. So I have my paper. I need to make a plan, some type of how I'm going to have this book laid out. So let's title this book Layout Plan. One thing you're going to have to do, and it's going to be an assignment later on, is have your personal title page. Personal portrait title page. And then what I want to do in mine, and this is going to be something you're going to have to think about as you work, is I will start with 10 sections. And then I want to do some pockets. And then I'll do the next 10 sections. And I want to do a pop-up after that. And then I'll do the last 10 sections. And then I'm going to do a drawer. Drawer for pens. So this is what I have to think about as I section out my book, because I'm going to have to make sure I have enough space for all of this. Now, some of you may not want to do it like this, which is perfectly fine. Some of you may want to just put all of the 30 sections together in one spot in your book. It's up to you. I just know I want to have these extra things in my journal, so I'm making room for them. And I'm OCD enough that I like to have it sectioned off evenly. So let's go back to my book. So here's my plan. I will be taking a picture of this plan to put it on my personal Padlet for this project. Here's my book, and I just wanted to show you what the title page looks like. So this is the title page for my book. I like this framing around it, and I'm going to have to do something with this, some type of portraiture, some type of photo of me. This title page should have me in it somehow, but we'll go into that later. Right now I'm just trying to think of sectioning. So I have my book, and I'm going to start figuring out which pages are going to go together. Now this is already done. My actual book I've already sectioned off. So let me start with a book that isn't mine. So here's a book. Let's say it's your book. This is a cool title page. Let's say you put like some collaging here with your pictures, things you like. That would be really cool. With your title page, because you might be painting on this, you might be gluing photos of you on here, what I suggest is at least having 2 pages that you can glue together to just make this a little bit stronger. So at your table, you'll find some Post-its, and the Post-its are there to guide you. If you mess up, if you don't like how that section turns out, you can always just take the Post-it off. So I have the title page. I'm going to do something there with it. I'm just going to add a second page to make sure that it's thick. I'm just going to fold this over. So let me bring this down a little bit. So I put my Post-it on. And I'm just folding it over those 2 pages. And now I'm going to get started. How the sections work. What I mean by this, that there are 30 sections, 4 pages to 1 section, is this. These 2 sides will be considered one section. You're going to be gluing 2 pages together, and you're going to be gluing these 2 pages together. So it makes one section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell myself, okay, well these 4 pages, 1, 2, 3, 4 equal one section. These 4 pages equal one section, and I need 30 of them. So I'm going to get another Post-it. I'm just going to tell myself, okay, these 4 are one of my sections. So there's one section. And this isn't rocket science. You're just going to keep going. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your next Post-it. Now, what you might want to do before you just start counting off your pages is checking them out. For instance, as I was counting off these pages, I saw that the titles of the chapters have these cool little drawings. So maybe there's one in here that I really like. You know, I kind of like that this one already has this drawing that says my book. So let's see, it says 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, this would be my 4th. So, depending on how I planned this, these 2 would be glued together. No one would see this really cool image. So I might just skip a page. Let's say I'm going to take out this one. It's just going to be cut out. I don't know what I'll do with that one. I'll remove it. And now I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So now the section I have will be this, with this cool little illustration already in there. So I'll get another Post-it. And now these sections will be together. So what you want to do with your book is really just go through it, examine it. Are there really cool images that you want to have there? Is there anything you want to save in the book? Is there a cool phrase that you've stumbled upon? You're like, oh, I really want this to be in my section, in the journal part that I'm going to decorate. I want to have this line. I was afraid this would happen, dear. Like, that would be really cool to have there. So I want to save this page. You'll have to organize how you section off the book based off of that. This book doesn't have very many pages, so that's probably why no one's picked it yet, because it's not able to be sectioned off into the 30. But let's look at my book. So I already have my sections. There we go. So I have my first 10. And then this section I'm probably just going to take out. And I'm going to do some pockets, I think. Or actually, this is my pocket section right here. So you can see I already have it kind of decided. So I have section 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yeah, then my pockets start. So you'll have to decide. Now, if you want to do something like what I'm saying, where you want to have a drawer, you want to have a pocket that comes out, you'll have to think about your book in this way. So I know I want a drawer, and I know I want it in the back. So this whole back section I need to save, so that way I could have a drawer that pulls out, that I can slide, pens inside of there. So these are my 30, and I've broken them up in this way, where I have 10, and then I'm going to do a section of pockets, and then another 10, pop up, another 10, and then this back section is all for that drawer. It's not hard sectioning off your book, but it does take time. Don't try to rush it. Look through. See if there's anything really, really cool you like in that book. See if there's anything you want to keep before you glue it shut. One thing that you would have to do too, and don't forget to do this, it's vital. You want to take a picture of the book, how it is originally. So mine somehow acquired this ominous stain. I ripped it by accident. And even with my sections, I would take a picture since I've already sectioned it off. I don't want to undo all those I just planned. I might take a picture of just this part right here. So that way I could show that it's just a normal book. So when it's all done, you'll see how much it's changed. So you have to have 2 photos. One of the outside, what does that look like? And just a picture of it opened up. This is what the book used to look like. Oof, come on, lighting. Before I altered it into my journal. So that's what you're working on today. Get your Padlet up and going. Look at that Google Docs on how to start your Padlet, and then you start sectioning off your book. And I will see you guys in a little bit.